Dear students, today's topic of my lecture, electromagnetic waves, chapter 8, part 1. So what you have to learn in this part 1 of electromagnetic waves? First, I will explain electromagnetic waves, then transverse nature of electromagnetic waves, after that energy density of electromagnetic waves, and at last characteristics of EM waves. So one by one you understand. The first one is, what is electromagnetic waves? So electromagnetic waves are those waves in which there are sinusoidal variations of electric and magnetic field vectors to right angle to each other, as well as right angle to the direction of wave propagation. That is, electric and magnetic fields vary with space and time. You can see here in the diagram, the electric field variation is along to the x-axis and magnetic field variation along with the y-axis, and the direction of the wave propagation is along the z-axis. So in this case, it is very clear that electromagnetic waves are those waves in which there is a sinusoidal variation. So this is sinusoidal variation, and the variation of electric and magnetic field which are perpendicular to each other, that is right angle to each other, as well as they are perpendicular to the direction of the wave propagation, that you can see here in this diagram. Now, how the electromagnetic waves are produced? An accelerating charge which is oscillating produces the electromagnetic waves. An electric charge oscillates harmonically with frequency nu, produces electromagnetic waves of the same frequency of nu. An electric dipole is the basic source of electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves carry the energy as they travel through space, and this energy is shared equally by electric and magnetic fields. Electromagnetic waves transport momentum as well. When these waves strike a surface, a pressure is exerted on the surface. If the total energy transferred to the surface in time t is represented by u, then the total momentum delivered to this surface is P equal to u upon c. And how the electromagnetic waves are produced, and how the charge is oscillates and produces the electromagnetic waves, and that you can see in this animated video. So with the help of this animation, you can understand the concept of the production of electromagnetic waves, and also you understand the concept of sinusoidal variation of electric and magnetic field vectors which are perpendicular to each other as well as perpendicular to the direction of the wave propagation. Now you can see how the electromagnetic waves are produced. Electromagnetic waves are produced by oscillating an electric charge. So you can see in this animation, an electric charge is oscillating, and as a result of which electromagnetic waves are produced, and they are propagating along to the z direction we are saying, and along to the x direction the electric field which is represented by the red arrow, and along to the y direction magnetic field which is represented by the blue arrow. So due to the oscillation of the electric charge, electromagnetic waves are propagating along to the z direction. So in that way we can say that electromagnetic waves are sinusoidal variation in which electric and magnetic fields are perpendicular to each other, as well as they are perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave, and that you can understand very clearly by this animation. As you see that electric charge is oscillating here, and due to this oscillation of the electric charge, electric and magnetic fields also oscillates, which are perpendicular to each other. That is, due to the variation of electric field with respect to the time, magnetic field is produced, and due to the variation of magnetic field with respect to the time, electric field is produced. And these electric and magnetic field variations, they are represented by electric field vector and magnetic field vectors. That is, red vector is representation of the electric field vector, and the blue vector is the representation of the magnetic field vector. They are perpendicular to each other, as well as they are perpendicular to the direction of wave propagation, and that you can see very clearly in this animation. Now we have to learn transverse nature of electromagnetic waves. So as you know that electric and magnetic field oscillates sinusoidally in a space and time. In an electromagnetic wave, oscillating electric and magnetic fields, say E and B, are perpendicular to each other and to the direction of propagation of electromagnetic wave. For a wave of frequency nu and wavelength lambda propagating along z direction, we have E equal to Ex, within bracket is T, equal to E naught sine kx minus omega t, where k is the wave number and its value is 2 pi upon lambda, and omega is 2 pi nu. Nu is 1 upon t, that is reciprocal of time period. So when you substitute the value of k and omega in this equation, and after that you take 2 pi common, then the equation becomes E equal to E naught sine 2 pi outside the bracket z upon lambda minus nu t within the bracket close. Now in place of nu you put 1 upon capital T, then the expression becomes E naught sine within bracket 2 pi, then in the bracket z upon lambda minus t upon t, that is capital T. So this is the equation of electric field variation in EM wave. So here what you have taken, here you have taken wave number, that is k, and the k's value is 2 pi upon lambda. And omega, you know, that is omega equal to 2 pi nu. And here nu equal to 1 upon time period, that is capital T. So just you remember that. Similarly, the magnetic field variation we can also find out mathematically. B equal to B by T equal to B naught sine within bracket kx minus omega t. Similarly, the k value is 2 pi upon lambda, omega is 2 pi nu, and nu is 1 upon t. Substitute all these values, then you will get B equal to B naught sine within bracket 2 pi inside the bracket z upon lambda minus nu t bracket close, which is equal to B naught sine 2 pi within bracket z upon lambda minus, in place of nu you write 1 upon capital T, so minus t upon small t upon capital T bracket close. So these are the electric and magnetic field variation in EM wave with respect to the space and time. Now these amplitude of electric and magnetic field, they are related by the expression E naught upon B naught equal to C, where C is the speed of electromagnetic wave in vacuum, is related to the property of the medium, that is mu naught and epsilon naught. and mu naught is magnetic permeability in free space, epsilon naught electrical permittivity in free space. So the C is equal to 1 upon under root mu naught epsilon naught. So when you substitute the value of mu naught and epsilon naught in this equation, then the value of C comes to be 2.99792,458 into 10 to the power 10 meter, which is approximately equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, which is the speed of light. So that's why we say that the value of C equals the speed of light obtained from optical measurements. Light is an electromagnetic wave. C is therefore also the speed of light. Electromagnetic waves other than speed of light also have the same velocity c in the free space. Means the electromagnetic waves they travels with the speed of light. This means the electric field is perpendicular to the direction of propagation of electromagnetic wave. Similarly, the magnetic field is also perpendicular to the direction of the wave propagation. So that's why we say that electric and magnetic fields associated with electromagnetic waves are transfers to the direction of wave propagation. So that's why we say that electromagnetic waves having the transverse nature. Now, next topic, energy density of electromagnetic waves. So as you have already studied the energy density in the first unit, that is in case of the capacitor for electric field, and that energy density U equal to half epsilon naught E square. Here in place of E we have to use ERMS square. Similarly, in case of the magnetic field, energy density is 1 by 2 BRMS square upon mu naught. So the total energy density of electromagnetic waves is the sum of energy density due to the electric field and due to magnetic field. It is represented by small u. So we can say that small u equal to ue plus ub. U is the energy density due to the electric field. Ub is the energy density due to the magnetic field. Substitute their values, then u equal to half epsilon naught ERMS square plus ub value is BRMS square upon 2 mu naught. But BRMS equal to ERMS upon C, just you have seen E naught upon B naught equal to C. So you substitute the value of E naught in terms of the ERMS, then the root 2 and root 2 get cancelled, then you will get the result is ERMS upon BRMS equal to C. So from there BRMS equal to ERMS upon C. Substitute this value in above equation, that is in this equation, then what you will get? You will get U equal to half epsilon naught ERMS square plus ERMS square upon 2 mu naught C square. But C equal to 1 upon under root mu naught epsilon naught. So C square is 1 upon mu naught epsilon naught. Substitute this value. Then what you will get? You will get U equal to half E naught ERMS square plus ERMS square mu naught epsilon naught 2 mu naught. So from here this mu naught and this mu naught get cancelled. So finally what you will get? U equal to half E epsilon naught ERMS square plus half E naught epsilon naught ERMS square. So that becomes half of, that becomes U equal to E RMS square epsilon naught or U equal to epsilon naught ERMS square. Similarly, you can also find out by substituting the value of ERMS from here. From here, you will get U equal to half epsilon naught ERMS square plus half E naught epsilon naught ERMS square. Similarly, you can also find out by substituting the value of ERMS from here. From here, you will get U equal to half epsilon naught ERMS square plus half E naught epsilon naught ERMS square. ERMS equal to CBRMS here in this equation in place of this, and similarly you find out, follow all the steps which you have followed here, and then you get the result for energy density in terms of the BRMS square. So U equal to BRMS square upon mu naught. So this is about the energy density of electromagnetic waves. Now the characteristics of electromagnetic waves. So here the 7 characteristics of electromagnetic waves that we have taken. So one by one you understand. The first one is electromagnetic waves travels in free space with the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 is for 8 meter per second, irrespective of their wavelength. And second characteristics, the electromagnetic waves are neutral. They are not deflected by electric and magnetic fields. Third properties or characteristics, electromagnetic waves show properties of reflection, refraction, interference, diffraction, and polarization. Fourth characteristics, the ratio of magnitude of electric and magnetic field vectors in free space is constant, that is equal to C, which is E naught upon B naught equal to C. That comes to be 3 into 10 is power 8 meter per second. Fifth characteristics, the speed of electromagnetic waves in a material medium is V equal to 1 upon under root mu epsilon. And you can also write this like that, 1 upon under root mu naught mu r epsilon naught epsilon r. That the concept you have already studied. Now characteristic 6, in an electromagnetic wave the energy is propagated by means of electric and magnetic field vectors in the direction of propagation of a wave, and electric energy density is equal to the magnetic energy density. Now the seventh characteristics, they are transverse in nature, that is in an electromagnetic wave the field vectors are perpendicular to the direction of wave propagation. So these are the 7 characteristics of electromagnetic waves. So understand clearly. If you like my video, then like it, subscribe it, press the bell icon, stay safe, stay healthy, learn physics with my YouTube channel by staying at home. Thank you and have a nice day.